Good morning, Lucia.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So just bringing a few people in, hopefully. Alexei, good morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you, Fred?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Remind me again, you're in Hawaii, is that right?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Let me
I
hook
wish
the
I was
camera
in
and show
Hawaii
you.
right now.
There it is.
Oh, beautiful.
You got the airport and then you got the bay right there.
What a terrible view.
It's horrible, man. I don't know what to do with myself. I lucked out with the people I met here when I moved here, and I really lucked out here. So let's just say I'm lucky.
So how long you been there?
Since April 2019, so almost 3 years.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
but I know like a few people in the groups I'm in seem to be migrating down there for some reason. So it's obviously a great place to be.
Well, depends on which island. If you're on the big island like I'm on, the biggest one, it's a very intense place to be. If you're trying to grow, trying to achieve something, this place will push you. Things happen. It seems like things happen much faster here. So that's what it's good for here. But people who think this place is just all beautiful and awesome, they have a rude awakening.
So that's interesting. But when you say that, like, is that because it's the group of people in the suburb you're in, or is it just the general feeling in the town itself? Like, what gives you that impression?
What specific impression?
The one that it's like it's hard, or it's pushy, or it's intense, or.
Well, it's intense in the sense of not that people are like that. It's as if the universe is really trying to push. Like when you're trying to get things done, if it's hard, it's really hard. If you know what you want, it seems like the universe here, I don't know what is, and it's not just my experience. I have lots of people that I met and friends who say the exact same thing. Area, I mean, this is the most remote island chain in the world, and we are the least populated island, and all the islands can fit on ours with room to spare. So there's lots of room. It's lots of nature here. There is, of the 13 climate zones, 11 of them are on this island. So it's the only place you can surf in the morning, have lunch on the top of Mauna Kea, 14,000 feet in elevation. Like right now there's snow, and then for dinner, you can have dinner on the other side of the island. That's only about an hour and a half drive away, back at sea level for sunset. So it's a very unique place.
Yeah. Melbourne's a little bit like that. We get 4 seasons in the day, so you know.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Peter. Good to see you, buddy.
Hello, Fred. Hello, Lucia.
Lucia. Yeah, Lucia.
Hello,
Nice to meet you. On my screen, it says that you're Fred Gillen as well.
Yeah, well, how does that work?
I don't know, but you can rename it properly. So if you go and click the 3 buttons up the top, you'll on your image, it gives you the option to rename. Mate, I know you like me and you really want to be like me, but you know, grabbing my name, that's a little bit over the top.
Happy Australia Day, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't know how many is going to come in today because, as Peter said, it's a public holiday here today. So we're not sure how many is actually going to come in, but it's a nice tight group, which is good. And I'll probably just have a little bit of a chat with everyone and see where we'll go from there. We got Sherry coming in.
You know, Fred, somebody once told me it was just me and myself and somebody else from California in one of my clubhouse rooms, and we're talking, and I'm like, yeah, not that many people come in there. And he's like, look, Alexei, the most important person that needs to be there is already there. That's you. So just do what you got to do. Do what you came to do.
I think the thing about Clubhouse is it's really interesting because nobody knows like what they do now because you get the stats. But when it started first, nobody knew how many people were in a room or previous rooms or whatever else. But they've changed that now, so you can actually have replays and do stuff like that. So very powerful.
Yeah.
But what I'll do is I'll go around the room and get everybody to introduce themselves. Just tell us who you are, what you do, where you're from, and you know what you're looking to get out of any networking group, not necessarily this one. So Lucia, would you like to start?
Oh, okay. So is this the first meeting, Fred, or is how?
No, this is actually the third meeting.
Okay, great. So, hi everyone. I'm in Down Under with Fred, but not with him. I'm in Melbourne in Docklands in the CBD. I am a sales director with Nutrimetics. I've been with Nutrimetics for 46 of their 53 years in Australia. And if you don't know what they are, Nutrimetics is a skincare and cosmetic company that originally started out as a party plan company that was privately owned by the gentleman that started the company in the US back in 1968 in Australia, 58 in the US. And obviously in the last 2 years since COVID, we have now obviously gone completely online. So that transition is what I work with every day. And so I have a network of people, and I'm obviously, well, you know, I think we're all looking to expand our reach, expand our, you know, the number of people that we share our products with, and in my case, also sharing the opportunity with as well. That's me.
So I'll go ladies first. So Sherry, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about what you do?
Sure. Sherry Leopold. I'm from Springfield, Illinois in the US, right smack in the middle. It's very cold here. So I help people stand up and stand out as the unrepeatable miracle that they are. Sometimes that's physically through my network marketing company. A lot of times it's through my licensed brain trainer certification in taking care of what's up here, so it takes care of you. So a lot of mental work. I'm the leader of the Stop Self-Bullying movement, which means be nice to yourself and fall in love with yourself. And that's basically what I do.
Peter.
Thank you for having me, by the way.
No, it's a pleasure, Sherry. We just got off a call just before this, so really interesting what you're doing, and you've got a lot of stuff going on. You didn't cover half of it.
Television host. That creative in me, just always doing something, I guess, right?
Yeah, no, true. Peter, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Sherry, it's definitely hot here, not cold, I can tell you, but I've seen photographs and pictures of certain parts of United States and Canada, and I never in my life knew that you could actually have waves frozen.
Yep.
I didn't think that was bloody possible in this world to have a wave frozen, but my goodness me.
It is.
Anyway, sorry. What was the topic? Oh yeah, Fred. My name's Peter Beckett. I'm an Aussie, but I've been living in Thailand. That's why I meant that comment, Sherry. I've been living in Thailand for the last 24 years. I married a lovely Thai lady, and we've got 2 children and grandchildren and the whole shooting match, right? And I operate from a remote little Thai village way up near the Cambodian border. The reason I'm here is because about 15 years ago, we were based in Bangkok, and I was doing work all throughout Asia, okay? But the reason we're here is because my wife wanted to come back to the village here because her parents were aging, getting old, and we needed to look after them. And so I've been here ever since, to be quite frank. And that's hence I've got a tag called the Village Marketer. That's where they come from. And what does the Village Marketer do? Well, I work especially with online solopreneurs. I don't want to go back into the corporate world. I've been there and done that. I'm not going to play that game anymore. I work with online solopreneurs who are really darn good at what they do. And they love what they do with a passion, but they don't know how to sell their stuff. They don't know how to go about selling how good they are without feeling uncomfortable and sleazy and salesy. That's what I do. There you go. And I've been doing it for 36 years. Thanks, Fred.
And doing it well. Peter has a networking group that I'm a member of, and feel free to put your contact details in the chat with any links that you want people to do, because this is my attitude to this networking environment is that it's abundance. So we can support each other and help each other, and it will work for everyone. So there's no restrictions on what you can post in the chat to help everybody else's business. So feel free to put your contact details in the chat so everybody can get in touch with you. Alexi, you're up.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Alexei. I'm from Kazakhstan. I was born there, but grew up in Massachusetts, and now live in awesome big island of Hawaii. So it's lots of moving around in my life. And my whole life, I've been always, since I was 13, trying to figure out how do I figure out what I want to do with my life. And every time I figured it out, I would do it, and then life experiences would give me something. What as some people call derail me. And so through a lot of these experiences, I started to realize my passion for the topic, the subject of encouragement. And when I moved here to Hawaii in 2019, I made a deal with life. I said, I'm not leaving this island. I'm not leaving this black rock until I figure out how I'm going to serve humanity. And I said, and so all my family lives in the States on the mainland. And I said, I don't care how long it will take, but I'll figure it out. And since I moved here, I worked with a lot of small business owners here, like coffee farms, coffee shops, chocolate farms, chocolate shops, the touring. And after trying a lot of different things here, slowly it dawned on me what I really love to do, and it's encouragement. I just never knew how to make something of it. And so last year on Clubhouse, this is where Fred and I actually met. He invited me today to here. And in March, my gut said to start sharing this thing that I did 8 years ago, which was I wrote 1,000 letters of encouragement after my 2 family friends passed away or took their own lives. And so when I completed them, my gut said, hold on to them until the right time. And last March on Clubhouse, I would do a room every evening and just read 10 letters of encouragement. And people from all over the world started jumping on. And little by little, they're like, hey, Alexa, you should create an ebook. You should do this. You should do that. And then slowly but surely, with enough encouragement, I created an ebook, did this, did that, created a website. And now I've created my first product after people on Clubhouse urging me forward. I finally created my first packet of encouragement. And these packets of encouragement, the simplest way and I'm starting this business. Tomorrow, I'm getting my last piece of the package to start selling. And so it's pretty exciting. And the purpose of this gift is not so much as buying it for yourself, but think of like 1 or 2 people that you would really love to encourage, but just don't know how to. So this is a package you would buy to send them anonymously. And when they get it, they get some letters of encouragement and a packet of coffee. So as they drink their single serve coffee cup from Hawaii, they get to read letters of encouragement to encourage them to keep on keeping on after their dream. And that's my story. And as some say, I'm sticking to it.
I love it.
I was actually speaking to Lexi on the Clubhouse the other night, and I've told him that I want to be his first customer because I think it's a great idea. It's got, from his perspective, it's got lots of legs. But just from an encouragement perspective as well, I just think it's amazing, because if you can imagine if somebody gets something like that in the mail, and they're feeling a little bit down, what it might do for them. So amazing work, Lexi, amazing.
Absolutely fantastic. What a great concept, and what a heartfelt way about going to building a business. I love it.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So I think you've got probably 6 customers here, or 5 anyway.
Yeah.
Well, Fred, because of you telling me that a couple of days ago, I've been sitting behind the computer figuring it out. And so I wanted to tell you that today, if you go on my Instagram and I have a link on there, click on there and you'll be able to get yourself one.
Drop the link
so
in the
it's
chat.
Official.
Drop the link in the chat.
Okay, let me get it and I'll drop it.
That's probably the easiest way. So you'll have probably 5 orders straight away. Paul, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay. Sorry about the angle of my camera. I've got this new camera. It costs a fortune, and its camera's right down there, so it's looking right up my nose. So my apologies. So my name is Paul Woodward. I work with a company called Life Vantage. Life Vantage has a breakthrough in health and wellness with a product called Protandem. And Protandem has been proven to reduce oxidative stress by 30 to 40% in the first month. Now, why is this important? Well, oxidative stress is the thing that contributes towards breaking your body down. the aging process and disease. So if you reduce your antioxidants, you're reducing your chances of getting the disease, and you're hopefully looking younger as well.
I think we all need a bit of that. Thanks,
I
Paul.
know I did. I did.
I suppose now it's my turn, but I think most people on the call actually know what I do, but I'll do the spiel anyway. My name's Fred Gillen. I run a marketing agency called More Marketing Ideas, because that's what I intend to do, is give people more marketing ideas. And we do everything from creating websites to setting up email campaigns to connecting SMS campaigns or anything in between. But my passion this year is actually the 2022 networking group. And where that came about was, I'll give you a little bit of history about that. Last year, I set up a Facebook group called the 2021 Community, and it was all based around the digits 2021. And I invited members into the group, and they could put an offer up to anybody and promote their products to anybody in the group, provided it had the digits 2021 in there. And for example, I was offering 20 minutes and 21 seconds of my time for $20.21. And that we ended up with just on 100 members in that group. And then with conversations with various members, I tried to work out what people were missing, what they needed, how we could help each other. And from that came the evolution of the 2022 community networking. So we started off, it is a paid group, but the figure, I'll think you'll probably guess what the actual subscription rate is. It's $20.22. And right now that is quarterly. So, but as of the 1st of February, that will actually come down to bi-monthly. So, and each month that will change until it eventually gets to a weekly subscription. So people that join now get a benefit because they'll only be paying quarterly. So they pay 4 times a year instead of 52 times a year. And the reason for that is to drive momentum, get people into the group, build a group up so that when people join at the weekly level, there's a lot of content, there's a lot of value, and there's a lot of members that can help each other. So that's my drive at the moment, is to build a networking group up. There's a membership area behind it that allows people to access content, which will help them grow their network, their own network as well. And that's why I mentioned earlier, if other people are running networks, I've got no issue with that. There's plenty of meat to go around. There's abundance everywhere. And if people want to promote their own business and it looks like it's a conflict to what I'm doing, it's not. It's just another adjunct to what we're doing. So everybody's here to help each other. So that's really where I'm coming from. And that's the reason for starting this group. And by the end of the year, I'd hope to have at least 100 members, maybe 2, that everybody can benefit from sharing their knowledge and expertise. So that's me. I suppose I'll open the floor to any questions for anybody in the group. So if you've got questions for anyone, just
Fred, are you going to put your link in there, right?
Oh, I might have to do that. Yeah.
That'd be great. Thanks.
Paul, where do you come from? I didn't get where you came from.
Sorry, where do I come from? I come from Sydney, Australia.
Whereabouts in Sydney are you?
I'm near Botany Bay in a suburb called Ramsgate.
Okay, because I was originally from Barara,
right,
up near the Hawkesbury River. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I lived in Hornsby for a while, so
right.
Not far from there.
Okay, thanks, mate.
Yeah.
So no other questions. Okay, let me pose one to the group. What is your biggest marketing issue at the moment? And I'll go around from top to bottom. Lucia.
Biggest marketing issue. Okay, so like I mentioned in my introduction, we were originally a party plan company where we would, go to people's homes, we would network in at events, and none of that is happening right now, given what's going on in Melbourne, particularly. So we're not in lockdown anymore, but we're in our own lockdown. I think those of you that live in Melbourne know what I'm talking about. Like, it's very, very quiet everywhere. And I am online, and I have transferred all my training online. So it's really about the transferring of the speak into online speak, as opposed to what was like the business was totally face-to-face before COVID. So, and I had already started using Zoom maybe 5 years ago, just as a way of being able to connect with all my people around Australia. And then when COVID hit, like everyone, we were forced into online. So there's still a lot of resistance. I think my biggest challenge really right now is getting more of our people being comfortable on this platform. Like that's because we have the training, like that's all in place, but it's still that same group of people that are coming on. My challenge is getting more of the team. I've got about 1,000 people in my network, so getting more of that 1,000 to be comfortable with speaking to the little green light on the computer. So that's the thing for me. Yeah.
So has anybody got any advice or answers for Lucia?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Peter, you go first.
I've just done a post on social media, Lucia, that I'll put the link in the chat if you like. And it's about how to handle being zoomed out. Okay, because many of us, like we're on Fred's call right now, okay? And for many people, this is a challenge Fred would have right now, is to keep us engaged, all right? So if you would like, I don't want to, is it okay for me to put it there, Fred?
100%, yeah, absolutely.
It's just a social media post, and you might find in there's a link to a little PDF that you might find helpful. That's what I'm saying. It gives you some tips of how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, great. What's the name of your group, Peter? What's the name of your group on Facebook?
Your next level. And it's all about taking you as a person and your business to the next level.
Yeah.
Is
is it on the screen here somewhere? Is it on the chat?
The link's in the chat.
It's up above.
Yeah.
I can't. Well, where is it?
Let me go looking for the link. I just promised Fred. Hang on.
I can't see it in my chat at all. Your chat is not there. I can see. Oh, I beg your pardon. Now I can see it. Got it.
Right at the top.
Yeah, got it. Thank you. Yeah,
right.
I'll go in and yeah.
Lucia, I have a question. Did you mean that your team that you're training is zoomed out, or they're
No, I didn't say they were zoomed out. I didn't use.
No, I'm actually asking for clarification. Yeah. Are they scared to get on camera?
No, they're not zoomed out. That's not my concern. My concern is that they're not confident, and they're shy, and they're scared, and they're all those things. Is the comments that I'm getting is, oh, I don't want the whole world to know, kind of mindset that they're in. And, like right. it's a, the top people in the team, they're active, like they're doing stuff. They're doing great things. And but it's having more of the team being comfortable with the whole thing. So that's the thing. It's not the zoomed out thing.
Well, that post, I won't bother putting that link there because that post was aimed at being zoomed out. I'll leave
that being zoomed out. Yeah, no, this is about getting people across the line from not wanting to go on social media, because the age group of people, we're talking predominantly that 45 to 55 age group, not it's not the, given my age, so it's more that age group, right? So but I can tell you there's even a lot of young people that they don't even know how to do stuff. Like I'm teaching them, I'm in my mid-60s, and I'm telling them how to load the Zoom app onto their phones and how to, but predominantly it's that confidence thing, self-esteem thing that I don't want the whole world to know that I'm online thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered. This is funny, and Brenda maybe knows this. I'm actually paying somebody to teach my team that tonight, even though I could teach it. But if you've ever been anywhere where there's a team, they always hear it better from somebody else. Even
Yeah.
if you've said it 20 times, the 21st time when it comes out of somebody else's mouth, it's like, ding. So I'm actually paying somebody to teach what I could already teach them. I would be happy to share that information with them, at least do a little bit of, you know, like there's a thing with your square, there's a thing with your lighting. I just had to take my video off and put a light here because I couldn't stand the shadow on my face. Maybe it's a perfectionist, but it's just that this is exactly why Paul was saying, oh gosh, this camera is here, because he knows that that's not the angle he wants to present, right? But a lot of people don't know that, and because they don't know those things, they nut up and like, I'm not going to do it at all. So they just get in paralysis. So I love helping other people grow. So I am happy to do a whatever 30-minute training if you want with your people.
Thank you.
Have the camera love you.
Thank you.
Or learn to love what you see in there, so that, you know, whatever. Some part of it is mindset about how they're afraid, that how they look, and that's something that we go over, that, you know, when you focus on your value that you're providing, you're not really focusing on, are they looking at my nose?
Absolutely.
And I always say, if somebody's looking at your nose and that's what they're thinking, that's on them, not on you, because they're actually worrying about themselves on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but it's just a teaching thing.
I think the other thing I got out of that here was that maybe you do some smaller groups, you know, so that people come in with ones or twos or something like that to get them just evolving, rather than in a big group of, you know, 16 or whatever it might be. Just bring ones and twos in so that they get comfortable with each other and with you, and then, you know, they can move into the bigger groups.
Good tip, actually. Yep. Thank you.
The other thing that you can do, even if you don't want me to do that, it's fine, you can do it, is when you do have Zooms, put them in there and actually have them put in the chat what their favorite product is that you have that they're sharing.
Yeah,
like everybody has their go-to, right? And then you have them, you set a timer, like the reels are like 1 minute, right? So you have 1 minute. Tell us what it is. Pretend, and you put them in the speaker spotlight so they see you on the screen. They're, you know, it's practice.
We do that with the ones who come on. So it's more about, you know, the actually getting them on, because when they're on, everything, like literally everything that you've said, we do that, but it's getting up the next group of people to come on and be on the, and start doing their own lives, you know. So but really good tips, Thank you.
Lucia,
Who am I looking at?
I'd like to share one.
Alexi,
I'd like to share one thing with you that helped me get through that. So I've been doing a show on Clubhouse since March, and I've done a few hundred of them already. And in the beginning, I was like, I could have pooped my pants, pardon my way of saying it, but literally I could have puked and pooped all at the same time right there in the seat. And I say that because it was incredible. What initially I called as anxiety, and what really helped me was transferring that energy of what I called anxious, nervous, into simply using the word exciting instead of I'm feeling nervous or I'm feeling anxious. For me, that was a huge difference. Like right now, even getting on this, on here tonight, I got the butterflies. Every room I start on Clubhouse, the only place I don't get the butterflies when I start something, for some reason, it's live Instagrams. Other than that, everything else gives me the butterflies. And just shifting, helping people, that's what helped me huge, is shifting the word anxious or nervous into just excitement. This is excitement for me.
Yeah,
and that's Mel Robbins teaches that. She talks about, she used to always get stage fright, and actually as a licensed brain trainer, I know she's actually telling the truth when she says this, although I heard her say it before I actually knew it was true. Your brain actually looks the same in an infrared scan when you are nervous or when you are excited. What changes is the words that you tell yourself that is. That's why that works. Instead of saying, you know, and people do it to you, they hand you the anxiety. Oh my gosh, are you nervous? Oh my God, I'm so excited. No.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I mean, like it's
Yeah.
you tell yourself, I'm like, just let something be. It has no emotion until it has nothing on it. Everything around you has nothing on it until you assign it a value.
Yeah.
I'm anxious, that's scary, it's good, it's bad. There's, you know, here's your phone. It could be good, it could be scary, it could be anything. Whatever you tell yourself it is what is, right? You assign it. That's why I always say I teach I'm the boss applesauce to people. I'm like, you choose how you feel. Be the boss of you. I'm excited.
That's great.
Another thing you could try with them, Lucia, is you could have them kind of do this in stages. So encourage them to come on, but tell them they can leave their camera off. They don't even have to have their camera on. They can have that anonymity and just talk. Talk about that product, or talk about how they're feeling, or talk about the message they're getting in their head. Because sometimes you need to, when I was first doing lives, I always could do Zooms. I could always do Zooms. I don't know, there was something about this that was easy. But when somebody told me I was going to do a Facebook Live, or I was going to do some kind of a live, I got all caught in my head. All kinds of, they don't want to hear from me and all that stuff. And once I talked about what the stuff was, and we unraveled that stuff with somebody that I trusted, then we got past, then the stuff was gone. And it didn't take very long to unravel the stuff. So if you can get them to talk, even if they're talking with the screen off, if they can talk about the stuff, talk about what's happening here, or even sometimes it's what happened before. So somebody told them they talked too long. Somebody told them they talked too much. Somebody told them they didn't make sense. Those kind of things. So if you get them to do it with no screen, and then you could do it in stages. So the next thing, let them put a picture up instead. Just you know, like your screensaver picture. And then get them to finally, once they've done it a couple of times and they've just talked to each other, then get them to just turn their cameras on.
Yeah. Great. Thank you for that, Brenda. I didn't even know that you were there. You must have just come on, have you? Nice to meet you.
But Brenda's just.
Where are you located, Brenda?
I am in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada.
Okay. Brenda, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you do, and, you know, like fill us in on where you're from, what you do, and why you're here.
Thank you so much, Fred. I'm sorry I was late tonight, guys. So my name is Brenda Marie Sheldrake. I'm in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. And my business is helping entrepreneurs to get over all of the things that we're just talking about here. So I help entrepreneurs to get confidence in asking for the sale, because I used to have none. There was a time in my life when I was in a direct sales company and I couldn't ask for the sale, and I knew my stuff, but I wouldn't ask people to buy it. And I didn't understand why they didn't buy it. I'd give them a fabulous presentation, and then we'd both walk away confused. Them going, what did she really want? And me going, yeah, why didn't they buy it? I had to learn to ask for the sale. And once you do it about 20 times, you get over all the fear. And one of the big fears was that they were going to say no, that they weren't going to like me, that I was going to somehow upset them. And what it did for me through the events that I now host myself is I learned that if people say no, it really means not now. It doesn't mean not ever. And it doesn't mean I did anything wrong. So the next time I see them, I can definitely ask them again. I host online sales training, networking, and sales events where entrepreneurs get to actually sell what they have, what their products are, close those sales on the spot at the events. I host them 3 times a month for people all around the world. I am the licensee hosting something on the spot Australia, as well as one that is for everywhere. If you'd like to know more, I'd love to connect with you just to find out more about what it is you do so that I can see how I can help you.
And you may not have been here earlier, Brenda, when I said that please put all your links in the chat so people can contact you. If you got a one-on-one link or something like that, put that in so you can book one-on-ones. And I'd encourage everybody to do that anyway, so that you can really get to know people. So have a one-on-one chat. Me and Sherry had one just before this call, and that was amazing. It was really opened my eyes to a lot of things, because you don't, you get an understanding of what people do here, but you really don't get a full understanding. So it's worthwhile getting on a phone call or a Zoom call or whatever it might be, having a chat with each other, and then hopefully you can help each other. And it's not always about the sale. It's about the connection. So, put a link in for a one-on-one if you've got a link for that. Alexi, I think the question was, what's your biggest marketing issue at the moment?
Well, today was literally my first day of marketing. I could tell you internally, it's the dialogue going, okay, who's the next person do I reach out to that, who's the next most important person that I can reach out to reach people and share this with. And so when I mean today's my first day, literally this is my first time I'm saying, okay, the product is live, ready to go. And I guess as the weeks unfold, I will learn what my challenges are. I used to be really afraid of selling until I found the thing that I'm passionate about, which is this is the topic and subject of encouragement. And now that I have a product behind it, it's just like, it's a no-brainer for me to share it with people and say, hey, buy yourself one, buy one for that one or two friends that really need it. So I will discover as time rolls on what my marketing challenges will be, because today is day one of the rest of my life sharing this product with the world.
Oh, I got a weird message from when I tried to get to your link, Lexi. It tells me that that Optus, which is my service provider, has blocked the link for some reason. So I'm not sure if anybody else is getting that.
Actually, if you guys can click on it, let me know who's.
So it's obviously picked up something on the site that it doesn't like, and it's blocked it as possibly a phishing site. And it's the first time I've ever seen that message.
For me.
Lucia, can you check from, maybe it's just something from Australia, whatever?
Did you do it on your computer or on your phone?
No, on the computer.
Can you try to do it on your phone? Because it's an app. I mean, it is a website too.
Yeah, I haven't got my phone here, but I will try it later and let you know for sure.
Yeah, I didn't get through either.
You didn't get through either?
No.
Because the question might be if it's, so it might be a country thing. So I'd have to, yeah, if you can try it on your phone, because if it doesn't work on your phone, when you can, and let me know. That way it might be something with from country to country, then I'll have to create a different payment method.
Yep. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thank you for the feedback.
And I can jump on a call after anyway with you, and we can sort it out one way or another.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, any advice for Alexi?
I have one suggestion is I don't drink coffee. So I would request that you make one an option with tea.
Okay.
And not just tea, green tea, because I don't drink tea either.
Okay.
Well,
Or
I think
an option.
I have been thinking about that. Yep.
It's not a pressing thing, and I might send it to somebody, but I just happen to be in a network where a lot of my network doesn't drink coffee at all.
Okay.
Because of
I will be actually.
So it'd be weird for me to send that to somebody with coffee. It's not the encouragement part that's the issue. I'm just sharing that with you. Yep.
Well, it's good that you brought that up, because I had that in the back of my mind, but because I was so focused on getting one thing done. But here in Hawaii, we do have a very unique type of tea. It's called cacao tea. So I will be working towards that to see how much supply I could actually be able to get here. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I would love that.
Okay.
Alexi, are you really clear about who your target audience is?
My target audience, that's a great question. I've been asking myself that question, and the answer that I've been coming up with is an individual. I mean, the subject is encouraging people to keep on keeping on, to not give up on their dreams. So if you want to pursue something, that's where this fits in, is to encourage someone you know to just keep on going. As for have I been able to like get really, really specific? Not quite yet.
So I have a question related to what Peter said. Is your customer the person who you're considering your target audience? Is it the person who's receiving or the person who's sending it to somebody else? Because I imagine those might be two different people.
Oh gosh, that's a great. Hold on a second. I got to write that question down. Hold on.
Because I think to me, I know the answer, but it's not my business.
The meeting's actually been recorded. The meeting's been recorded, Alexi, so you can get access to the recording.
Awesome. Yeah. So the message would have to be to senders. Like this product is great for, you can send it to your future self, which is if you purchase today, you will get at a future time. And I've personally been impacted by these letters. I've written these letters 8 years ago and they're still impacting me. But when I'm speaking to people, it's talking with people who will be sending the gift to others.
Yeah, that's what I assumed, which is you're talking about servant-hearted people that are going to be wanting to utilize that. And it's a very reasonable amount. I mean, to send something to somebody.
You know, yeah, and the biggest thing that I want to do with this is for it to be an anonymous send. So when they receive it, it's really focused on the receiver. As a matter of fact, the only way you'll know what company it's from is like when you get the letter, there is a QR code on there and it goes to a video and it says, hey, you're getting this from somebody that knows you and they want to encourage you to go after your dream. And that QR code just goes to my website where that video is hosted. Other than that, the coffee packet, the letters, none of that is branded because I want it to really feel like the person, it's for the person there. It's not for marketing. It's there for their heart. So the only way, like I said, it will be just like that QR code. It tells you what to do and they'll be able to watch it and know what's going on.
Oh, it would be so fabulous if you could track that IP to see how long of a tail you could grab with one giving to somebody else to giving to somebody else. That would be an amazing marketing post.
You know what's interesting? Just to share this one story. Like I have a lot of personal stories that people like. By the way, anybody on here today? I still have about 400 of my original handwritten letters. If you would like one, send me your address, and I'll send one of these out to you. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. I've sent them to dozens of countries already. The only place I can't send it to for some reason is Qatar. Other than that, all over Middle East and all over the world. So send me your address and I'd love to send one to you as a gift. But to share this incredible experience, what you said is this gentleman, I sent him a letter to England. And in the letter, that form, I was challenged them. In each letter, I challenged people to write a letter of encouragement to somebody as well. So he was inspired to go after doing some marathon that he's always wanted to do. And he's like, I was encouraged to do this. And then I actually sat down and wrote a letter. He wrote a letter to a lady, one of his followers on Instagram, to Germany. And so the day she got that letter, she had this big question in her mind, like which way direction. It was like a fork in the road kind of experience. And when she said, I had this letter, and then I opened it up after I asked this question in my mind. I opened it up, I read this letter, and this letter helped me know exactly what I was supposed to do. And she's like, and here in Germany, we rarely have not umbrellas. What's that colorful thing that happens after rain?
The rainbow.
Rainbow. There we go. I'm Russian, so I could say I forget English words. And she's like, after I read the letter, I look up and I saw something I rarely see, a rainbow. And she's like, I knew what I had to do with my life. So that's a great point. Like, I'm going to start thinking about how to be able to create that chain. So if you have any ideas, let me know.
Alexi, you've got a beautiful heart, my man.
Yep, absolutely. And I was on a call with Lexi on Clubhouse the other night, and he actually read one of his letters. Actually, I think we ended up reading 5, but and what I said,
5.
what I actually said to him at the time, there, and like, I'm product based anyway, and I always think about the product. And the fact that he actually read this letter out, the emotion that was in the letter came through his voice, right? So it wasn't just a letter. It was actually, he wrote it, he read it, and it was amazing. And so, you know, I said to him, we need to get them out as recordings as well, not just as the written one, right? So huge. And I'd encourage, jump on Clubhouse. If you're not on Clubhouse, jump on Clubhouse, go to his room, have a listen to the letters. Great stuff.
It's interesting, Alexi, because snail mail is making a big comeback when it comes to marketing. People just love getting something in the mail. I mean, how about that for a turnaround?
Yeah, it's my belief that the writing letters to each other or getting a letter is the only technology that I know of since 500 BC that can really capture your heart's energy and share it for thousands of years later of the energy it was written with. That's why letters of encouragement, just like, to me, it's like such a powerful tool that we have.
Yep. Okay, Sherry, you're in the marketing game, so I've got to put you on the spot. What's your biggest marketing problem?
Well, you know, I'm tech challenged with all those things. It's not content problems for me. It's more like making things talk to each other and sending the autoresponders and all that stuff makes me just stark raving crazy. So that's kind of my woe, but I'm praying that I've got a full-time VA that will be starting February 21st, I think it is. So I've got my fingers crossed that piece, those pieces of that is going to fall away so that I can focus more on the content and the delivery and things like that.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. What's your preferred platform to market on?
I typically am mostly on Facebook, a little bit on LinkedIn, a little bit on Instagram.
And why?
Predominantly because my niche clientele is probably 35 to 60, mostly women, and Facebook is typically where women are. So
we got any questions or advice for Sherry?
Also, I see my need for my my mentoring and such on Facebook, probably more than anywhere else. It's where I see the most self-bullying, and so.
Okay, no questions. Paul, you awake?
Yeah.
Just checking.
It's a camera angle, and I just, it makes me look like I'm sleepy, but I'm not really.
No, that's cool.
Look, I mean, I suppose for me, it's just a matter of just getting out there and just doing. It's a learning curve. It's always going to be a learning curve. I know that. So, yeah, my biggest challenge is just doing.
So, and at the moment, like when you say just doing, what's your target at the moment, and what are your plans for the next month, for example?
Well, it's Facebook, so I'm using Facebook, and you know, we have a system called ITT, which is a buy tag tool. So you invite people to have a look at a video, and then after that they can we get them into a Zoom call or a one-on-one or just something else. So it's just a matter of getting to know people, right? So I don't want to be spamming everybody. So it's about finding that balance between promoting myself and not spamming, but not becoming their best friend and never getting onto the business side as well. So that kind of balance.
Yep. I mean, we've worked together on a couple of things, so I know where you're coming from and understand it completely. Brenda, so I find it hard asking this question because it's like, what is your biggest marketing challenge at the moment?
My biggest challenge right now is in the realm of tech. I am trying to create an affiliate program for my own courses, and I don't know how to create, like, I've never done it before. I've heard about a couple different platforms where I can do it. Some people tell me just use Gumroad, it's easy. But I know one thing, your easy may be my most difficult, and my easy may be your most difficult. And that's why I do so many getting to know yous, because that's how I find the people who have the magic solution to, you know, the stuff that I need help with.
So any advice for Brenda?
I can
I mean-
only commiserate. I'm sorry, Brenda.
Yeah, no, I could certainly jump on
Yeah,
a call.
I did finally set one up, but it's through Groove. But I don't know if you have Groove, but I did mine through that because it's an existing platform I have. I also have that capability with Kartra. It depends on what systems you're using.
Yeah.
Because those systems have the capability built in on the back end for them already. So it depends. Where do you have your trainings housed? I'm sorry.
The trainings are all going into Gumroad. So, and that's that, and the fact that Gumroad actually does it. Apparently it does have some kind of an affiliate thing that, like I said, it's somebody's version of easy. It's just simply not my version of easy. And a lot of times your bullying stuff has been your self-bullying stuff has been such a big help to me, Sherry, because a lot of times I can psych myself out, right? I can just go, I can look at it, and before I even read it, I go, I've never done this before. I don't know how to do this. I'm not smart enough to do this. I can't do this. And I don't even, and then I just stop, right? I just stop, I just freeze, and I just go, okay, maybe we won't do this. But this time I know that I really want to do it. This is something I really want to achieve. And so it's, I keep pushing, but it's caused a number of setbacks now because I get the freeze again. But your stuff is a big help. Your Facebook group is a wonderful help. And the conversations I've had with you, all of those things.
Thank you. And you definitely have the smarts. You just need to find the right partner, somebody who will walk you through it. Might be Fred. He's pretty awesome.
I mean, it's, yeah, and happy to have a chat, as you know, Brenda, happy to have a chat offline and walk you through. Like, as you said, a lot of it's just hand-holding people. Most of the products today are pretty intuitive. So whether it's Gumroad or whatever, it's just a matter of filling in the boxes and following their lead. So, you know, the most, like if you know, ClickFunnels do the similar thing, like you said, Kartra, there's a lot of products out there, but if you've already got your stuff on Gumroad, then I'd probably have a serious look at that and see if you can follow through. But as always happy to have a chat offline as well. So, Peter.
I'm like Sherry. I'm a technophobe.
I see. It seems I'm in the right group, doesn't it?
Yeah. Although, Fred, you know, because you and I tried to sort out one of my tech issues just about a couple of days ago.
Yep.
And that sort of thing drives me nuts, right? Such a simple thing of trying to embed a YouTube video onto a website, and a YouTube video won't show. And I've done that for years and it won't happen anymore. So anyway, I mean, that's the sort of thing that frustrates me in terms of marketing.
I want to apologize. I have to run. I have to be on a training in 7 minutes. I need to bio break before that. So thank you guys. I hope you will connect. You know what? I'm going to save the chat.
I was just going to say, save the chat, Sherry.
I'm befriending you on Facebook, Sherry. So
he has to accept.
She has to accept.
I
Yeah,
will.
of course.
I will. Thank you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Fred, for having me.
No, been a
Nice to
pleasure.
see you,
Take
Jerry.
care.
Have a nice night.
All right, so I suppose like, we've got 7 minutes left, guys. I'm all about building this group into something that works for everyone. So I just like to get an impression of, first off, how did you feel about today? Like, did you get value? And if there's anything that you think needs to be added or changed or updated or whatever to make it better.
I'm just wondering, Fred, whether, I mean, I appreciate the opportunity today and I enjoyed it and I'm looking forward to next week. I'm just wondering whether it would be of help to have an agenda to follow so we know where we're going.
And timing, so that, yeah, I agree with Peter, and to have a timer so that those of us that love to talk don't take over, and then people don't have as much time to say what they want to say. Maybe, Fred?
Yeah, I could see that. Like with a small group like this, it wasn't really an issue today. But
Oh.
yeah, absolutely, as the
As
group
it gets
grows,
bigger,
I would see that happening for sure.
You better introduce the clock thing that I use on mine.
But will I get it to work?
I learned
That's
that I
so much
don't know
technology.
some things. I don't know what Gumroad is. I haven't heard of it. I've heard of Clubhouse, but never used it. So, it's already like I've got to that space that someone said before, like, I don't know what I'm doing, like, so always happy to learn.
Brenda, I'd like to meet with you because you and I are in the same game. I think we could share, we could be kindred spirits. Okay.
Sounds wonderful, Peter.
I've been doing sales coaching for 36 years, right? And to me, I'm one of these old buggers. I'm 76, right? And I love what I do with a passion, but I also love to learn and I love to share and love to give. So if that's of interest to you, I'll put my one-on-one link in there in Calendly, and I'd love to talk with you. And
Definitely.
everybody else for that matter, everyone else. No one is competition to me at all. To me, I like to create memorable moments for everybody that I talk with and connect with. And that's how I coach my people at the same thing. Because if you do that, some of the issues people put up today never occur. Okay? And it also differentiates you completely from your competition, to be quite frank. Anyway.
I've just put in a request to join your group, Peter.
Okay, good. Make sure you answered the questions.
I did. I answered all the questions.
What a lovely lady you are, Brenda. Well, okay.
And Fred, can I make my same offer that I made last week? Because I have another event coming up this Thursday.
It's open forum, absolutely.
Thank you so much. So if you are interested in knowing more about selling on the spot marketplace, if you have something you want to sell or introduce to the international community, if you have something that you want to give away to introduce yourself to make more connections, build collaborations, and grow your business, I am hosting my next Selling on the Spot Marketplace this coming Thursday evening. It is from 6:30 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So wherever you are in the world, if you have trouble converting it, reach out to me and I'll help you with that. I have one complimentary seat. The only person who can't come complimentary is Fred because he's already joined me once. But if any of the rest of you would like to experience selling on the spot marketplace for the first time, I would be happy to gift one of you, first person who responds, a free ticket for the event this Thursday evening.
I'll take the ticket.
Awesome.
I've just got to work out what time that is in Melbourne. So I'll work it out in a second.
I think that 22 hours ahead.
Or
no, sorry, that's with me in Hawaii.
That's
Never
you.
mind.
Yeah, no, I'll have a look. Yeah.
Is Melbourne the same as Sydney?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay, then I can tell you in 1 minute.
Oh.
It's like if anybody wants to find out what time it is in your time zone, please refer to Dr. Google.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing.
Actually, if you go to the world clock on your phone and add it in,
Yeah.
it's there forever. So it's probably the easiest way of doing it.
Time zones are
Fred,
always
one of-
confusing.
So I would say it's 10:30 a.m. for you on Friday.
Yeah, I need to check that out. I'll need to check that out, Brenda. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On this Friday.
It would be Friday for you, your time.
Yeah. That works for me. Yeah, that's
and
right.
if any of the rest of you are interested, then just book. If you book the one-on-one with me, we can talk more about how it could help you. But I do 3 events a month, so I'll have plenty of events where I can invite a guest who has never been before.
Brenda, I set up a call with you tomorrow. My time, it's 8:30 a.m. So I don't know what time that's going to be your time.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Well, that's a good outcome. We're getting connections happening already. So
Yes.
I've done my job today.
Good job,
I
Fred.
think I connected with everybody here tonight, Paul or Fred. I'm meeting with Peter. Paul has sent me a message. Lucia, you're coming to my event, and Alexi, we're doing a one-on-one tomorrow.
Woohoo! The Network Golden Medal Award goes to Brenda.
Okay, guys, it's coming to the top of the hour, so I'm going to probably close the room or the call. But what I'd like to encourage everybody to do is to help build a network. And you can see that in the logo behind me, I've got a +1 symbol inside a red circle. And the reason for that is that I would like you, if you decide to come back next week, which I hope you will, is that you'll bring one other person with you. And that way we can double the attendance. And we do that every week for the next month. Guess what? We'll have a nice little network of people sharing their knowledge and their expertise. So that's it. Have we got any other questions before I close the room?
Thanks very much, Fred. I've got to go.
Yeah, thanks, Fred. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you.
Okay, let's chat offline,
Fred.
Alexi, too.
Okay, we'll do. Through Clubhouse or where?
Either, whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah, Clubhouse is
Okay,
fine.
let's do Clubhouse.
Yep, sure.
Perfect.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.